All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers, and peace and blessing, salutation to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners that have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. And what I want to get into today, dealing with this situation, dealing with this rapper, the baby, and I kind of been following the narrative just to see, what all they're gonna do to him, because as we know, he spoke out, against, the alphabet community, dealing with AIDS and HIV, and pretty much they've been dragging him through the mud, man, you know, and what we're seeing is a modern day buck breaking, and we're gonna explain it, all right, in this video, man. You know, what we're seeing is modern day buck breaking, which they do to all these guys to get out of line. It's an old slave tactic. All right. Now it's not, you know, as vulgar. As an ancient practice. Their practice they did in chattel slavery. You see, but it's the same. All right, effect. It's the same results. You know, it's the same formula. Now, let's get into it. It says the baby apologizes again. All right, he apologized one time, but now he apologizing again, and let's see why. It said for triggering, all right, homophobic rant about HIV, and it says what I needed was education. And that was a quote from him, And look at Jake, man. Jake out of there, man. You see, and it says the baby is apologizing once again for his insensitive comments about gay people and HIV. On Monday morning, the 29-year-old rapper who has received backlash after going on an misinformed rant about HIV and members of the LGBTQ community during his, all right, the alphabet community, Salakia, during his set at Rolling Loud, issued an apology just after he was removed from the lineups of Lollapalooza, Governor's Ball, and Day in Vegas. So he's being removed from all these headline events, and we know, all right, in this day and time that most artists make their money, the bulk of their money, all right, through shows. You see, so what we're seeing is a form of punishment, all right, for him speaking out against the alphabet community. It says social media moves so fast that people want to demolish, and this is him speaking. It says social media moves so fast that people want to demolish you before you even have the opportunity to grow, educate, and learn from your mistakes. The statement read, as a man who has had to make his own way from very difficult circumstances, having people I know publicly working against me, knowing that what I needed was education on these topics and guidance has been challenging. Yeah, so now what they do, just like with Nick Cannon, when he had that interview with Professor Griff, all right, what happened, man? They canceled, Wildin' Out, Viacom, dropped, Wildin' Out. And what happened, man? He got back in line, and that rabbi came on the show to do what, man? Re-educate him. And all that was a spiritual buck breaking. And Nick Cannon got right back in line being a goofy nigga. All right? The baby got right back in line being a degenerate nigga. With no testicles, man. These men can't testify. You see, they can't have a testimony in righteousness. They sold that right. You see, that's what it means to sell your soul. You don't have a testimony of righteousness. You can't do that anymore. You sold that for this lifestyle, for the money, all right? And they sent them handlers at him to get his mind right, man. You see, start dropping him from them events. He lost a sponsorship with a clothing line, and this is nothing but modern day buck breaking. And let's get it. All right. Quick article. Now, when you go to All right, this is knowyourmeme, all right, .com, and it says, this is dealing with buck breaking. It says buck breaking refers to the act of sexually abusing black slaves publicly and in front of other slaves in order to assert dominance and punish them. There is debate as to whether or not buck breaking existed. Now, that's Esau talking about it's a debate. All right, no, they did it. All right, and it says how popular it was with little historical evidence surrounding it. In 2021, a documentary by Tariq Nasheed featuring Judge O'Brown titled Buck Breaking covered the history of the practice was released, claiming the practice still exists in some form today. And that's what we're seeing, all right, with the baby. All right, and we've seen it with many other, celebrities and athletes. It's a form of buck breaking. All right, and it says, I'm gonna go to the origin, and it says the history of sexual abuse towards slaves has been studied by numerous researchers. The term buck breaking comes from black buck, a post-Reconstruction era racist term used to refer to black men who were seen as stereotypically violent or unruly and refused to work with the law and society. And today the law and society is what? This beast system was push all these wicked agendas. So when you go against the agenda, you're considered, all right, a black buck. You see? And they have to break those black bucks. It says breaking a buck refers to abusing the black man to get him to follow orders. Specifically, it often pertains to sexual abuse. You see? Now, we know they do some things behind the scenes, all right, rituals and different things, but openly they punish these men by what? Attacking their finances, attacking their status, attacking their reputation and clout. You see, that's their punishment. Their open punishment, all right? Because they will openly do those wicked sexual acts on Jake in front of the everyone else. You see? But now they do it in a spiritual form, man, a way of re-education, man. So we seeing the baby is being buck broke right in front of us, man. And that's why scriptures say this when you go to all right, the book of Sirach, chapter 29, verse 22. It says, better is the life of a poor man in a mean cottage than delicate fare in another man's house. And that's what we're seeing. You see, we're in a far better position than these entertainers. Of course, yeah, they get, they have, all type of women, just beautiful women, to their disposal. They have money, cars, access to all these things, travel. They have these things, material things, but we see, all right, that in order to maintain these things, that they have to go along to get along, all right, with the wicked. They're really living off another man's system. They're basically living in another man's mansion. All right, because he has access to he directly controls your money flow. He directly controls what you can say and can't say. You see, you're like a child in another man's house, man. You have to go where he tell you to go. Stay still when he tell you to be still. We don't have those restrictions on us, man. So we're in a better position now. We're not poor, like we're living on side of the road, but compared to these actors and entertainers, yeah, we are poor, because they getting what, some of these guys getting 100,000+ a show, and that's what pretty much you make that in a year. That's double what some, a lot of people make in a year off of one night. You see, so compared to them, yeah, we're poor, but see, we're not restricted like them, man. We don't have, to walk according to how they want us to, man. Let's get another one. So we're in a far better position than those men. Now when you go to Proverbs 16 and 19, it said, better is it to be of a humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. And that's what they're doing. You see, these entertainers and celebrities, they're dividing the spoil with the proud. You know, they're partaking, you know, in the riches of this wicked kingdom, of the spoil of this wicked kingdom. You know, in order to do that, you have to go along to get along. All right, you have to be down with all these wicked agendas. You have to do certain rituals. You know, blood sacrifice when required. You have to do all these things, man. You see, but when we it's better to be with the lowly now, cause see, when we get exalted, we gonna have true riches. All right, because cause really what these guys have is a delusion of power and riches, man. It's a delusion because when the economy crash, they're not even gonna be rich anymore. You know, but if a man has true substance, we're gonna have resources. There gonna be no such thing as a dollar collapsing in the kingdom, man. There gonna be no dollars, man. We're gonna have resources, man. You know, and then we're gonna have immortality, man. See, the things that we're gonna get, all right, and it's gonna be in righteousness. We're gonna get rewarded for righteousness. Right now, they're being rewarded for wickedness, man. To forward wickedness, man. You see, so it's good to be lowly now, all right, and get exalted later, than to be, you know, divide the spoils with the proud, man. All right, let's get one more, and then we close it out. But we're seeing a live book breaking, man. Jay getting in line, apologizing again. You know, this is Psalms 84 and 10. It says, "For a day in thy courts is better than 1,000. I had rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my power than to dwell in tents of wickedness," man. You see that? I'd rather be a doorkeeper in the house of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Hey, the least brother in the kingdom gonna be so, so set up. It's gonna be ridiculous, man. You know, the least brother in the kingdom is gonna be beyond a Rothschild. You see, beyond a Rockefeller, man. Way beyond that, man. In power and resources, and ultimately in righteousness, man. So, hey, we'll rather be lowly now, and be exalted by Yahweh by Shema Shai than to partake, in the riches of this life and have to, forward wickedness, man. Have to be committed to forwarding wickedness, man. You know. So, Lord, will you brothers and you few sisters edify till the next time I say Shalom.